So hey y'all. Hey. It's Tuesday, y'all. And it's cold, my Lord. And that's not even a complaint. I'm glad to be alive to even feel. You hear me? To even feel. So okay, y'all. Before y'all scroll past this video is about crash outs. It's about crash outs. It's about crash outs, and a lot of you will scroll past this video because you don't consider yourself a crash out. And some of you don't even know that you have the capability of being a crash out until you crash out, and then it's sort of too late to even go back and, fix it. All you can do is reevaluate how you got to the point of crashing out. So I've been trying to do this video for months, and it was always like pretty much the most improper timing because I can never do a video when I want to. I always have to wait until the Lord unctions me or gives me permission, releases me to be able to do something, because doing things on my own is out of order, and I don't like not listening to God. So I prefer to listen to Him over my feelings. Yeah, we get ready to talk about them things. So let me tell y'all something real quick. A crash out is somebody who does not know how to deal with their feelings and emotions. A crash out is somebody who really doesn't know how to communicate how they feel without angry outburst. And that can come in many forms. That can come in tearing up your stuff. The severity of it can vary from very small to huge, to the point of, them committing a homicide, or, and now you see where they're committing homicides and suicides because they crash out. Now, some of you are going to have a hard time watching this video because it's going to require you to look in the mirror and keep your hands in your pockets, meaning you can't duck this, you can't point this at anybody, you can't blame anybody. You're the problem. Because a lot of people always say this, and I hate this because it is such a it's a broad statement, but it has some truth to it, but it's also a method used to avoid accountability. So this is what people say all the time. This is what people say, quote unquote, people should stop playing with people's feelings and emotions, man, because people go crazy about. No, yes, people should. People should be honest with you, and people should tell you the truth, and people should stop playing with people's emotions. But that's not an excuse for you to crash out. Crash out is in you. Nobody made you do it. Because if a person doesn't have crash out in them, they're not going to crash out. Nothing comes out of you if it's not already in you. No one can make you do anything. I want y'all to stop saying that. Stop saying it. Stop believing it. Stop using it as an excuse for your immature, psychotic, mental health issues and behaviors. Nobody made you do a thing. Nobody. You know how many people's children have been molested and raped and killed, and they never killed the person that did it? And y'all think they weak? Nah, they're not weak. They knew better. They knew what to do. Crashing out, flipping out, going crazy is not a sign of strength. It's an absolute sign of weakness. It's a sign of trauma. It's a sign of insecurity. It is a sign of being out of control because you want to be in control and you're not, and you've never been able to deal with your feelings or emotion. You watched your mom and your dad and your sisters and your aunties and everybody around you crash out, and so it became a normal part of your society, a normal part of your everyday life and makeup, and you think that it's normal. It is not. It is a mental health issue. Signed a former crash out. Now, no, I'm not single because I crashed out. No, I know y'all would like to put together why. How about I'm single because I'm supposed to be? No. Crash out. Former crash out. And it's crazy because I never thought I was a crash out until I sat and started reevaluating some behaviors. We really got to stop thinking that we can make people love us. Hear me? Because a lot of times people don't crash out about somebody doing something to their kids, or they crash out about somebody breaking their heart, lying to them, cheating on them, being deceitful, being manipulative, those sort of things. That's what people crash out about. Or you find people who crash out on their job because they have had some mental health issues for a while, and all it took was somebody to say, "Can I get an extra sauce?" And then they don't totally flipped out. You have people who crash out, have episodes of mental breakdowns, because that's what it is, because they feel like somebody's disrespected them, so they just crash out, and then they deal with the consequences later, if they get a later. Because I'm gonna tell you, crash out something, somebody will kill you about crashing out on them. So slow your roll, Sonic. I'm telling you, this is, I joke and play a lot, but this video is serious, because some of y'all are headed straight to the grave. I'm not pussyfooting with you today. I'm not pussyfooting with you. Don't even come on here thinking I'm getting ready to be nice. Some of y'all are headed to the grave because everybody is not a crash out, and some people have things that protect them, and they're not going to be calm and cool and collective when you crash out on them, and they may start to be fearful, because a fearful person is a dangerous person, and they may feel like that you're about to do something to them, and they have to protect themselves and kill you because you flipped out, because you couldn't control your feelings and emotions. And a lot of y'all crash out. Let's talk about the first set of crash outs. Those of y'all, men and women, because y'all got it bad, that crash out because somebody don't want y'all no more, or because somebody cheated on y'all, or they were dishonest, they lied, those sort of things. I know how it feels. Woo! Because there was a time in my life where I could not stand a liar. A liar moved me to a place where I would crash out, because I couldn't stand people lying to me. That didn't have anything to do with them. The world is full of liars, cheaters, people who do the wrong thing, people who just can't seem to, do right. So it's always going to be people like that. But are you always going to crash out about everybody that lies? Are you always going to crash out about everybody that cheats? Are you always going to crash out because you can't have your way? Because crashing out is literally about an adult behaving like a 1 or 2 year old child who aren't in control of their feelings or emotions because they did not get their way. So you mean to tell me you're going to allow you not getting your way to cause you to lose your life? Because I'm going to say it again. Some of you crash outs are going to head straight to the grave. You'll never make it to the penitentiary. Because some of these people are going to take you up out of here when they feel like you're about to harm them, because protection, self-preservation is #1 rule, right? But I want to talk about this so deep. I know I'm going to have to do several parts. This is part 1. So I'm telling you, if you have a friend that's a crash out, if you're a crash out, male or female, a person, and some of you real cute people that don't have a record and think you've never done anything wrong, you'll find out you'll crash out when you go back and reevaluate the last time you caught your husband cheating, or you caught your wife cheating, or you found out that somebody stole money from you, and your response was one that was so embarrassing that you were embarrassed about it for days because you literally totally lost it. You're a crash out. You're a crash out. You don't have control of your feelings or emotions. Please do not minimize this and think that you don't fit the category. Because if you know that you're a person who is not in control of your feelings or emotions, please, please, please stay tuned for the videos that are coming, because I want to just help somebody understand that life does not have to be like that. That you don't always have to be distraught, brokenhearted, out of your mind and crazy because you can't have your way. We have got to grow up and become accountable, and we have got to love ourselves to a place where we don't allow somebody else to have so much control over us. We are being yo-yoed every day, not by other people or outward situations and circumstance, but because we've not dealt with that little girl or that little boy in here who has been hurt and never healed and never made whole. Stay tuned. I'm going to check my clothes, and I'm going to come back outside, and I'm going to continue on with this, because I feel like we need it as a people. We've got to get better, and we can do it better together, for real. Let's go. Crash out. Part 1, part 2 coming up.